Hi, I'm Fiorella with FiorellaEats, and you know that I love food and dining out. But what happens when you're home alone? Is it takeout again? Well, I will show you how to make some healthy meals for one. The following series is going to show you food basics to have with you at all times in your fridge or your pantry, so you can make some healthy meals for one. Hi, I'm Fiorella from FiorellaEats, and today we're going to get you prepped for meals for one. So here we have the grain category, which is going to be super simple for you to prep. A lot of the grains are non-perishable, so you can keep them stocked in your pantry. And you can prep them very quickly in advance so that you always have them in your refrigerator. Here we have some quinoa, and some farro, and of course some oatmeal. And what we can do here is very simply just add 2 parts water and 1 part grain, and very simply that they can be cooked up in about 5 to 10 minutes ahead of time. Now with the pasta, what we can do here is that this needs to be cooked the day of. And I know that you have some time to do this. It doesn't take that long. If you're cooking your pasta more than 10 minutes, you're doing it all wrong. So what you want to do is you cook it around 6 to 7 minutes so it's al dente, which is should and must be. Take that from an Italian girl and don't argue. So here also we have some bread. Now, also contrary to being an Italian girl, this doesn't make sense to me as bread. Usually you need to have a nice crusty bread, which is great, but the crusty bread lasts about a day or 2, and so you really can't have it all week long. So we have to have some sliced bread. But what you can do is you can have a high fiber bread, very nutty whole grain, and you can keep it along and add to some of the meals that we're going to be using. Another option too to have some more starch is to have a sweet potato always handy, because they're very easy to store and they're full of beta carotene and full of sweetness that we can use to add to the flavor of all the meals that we're going to prep. And one more category here, and that's the beans. And don't worry about having to soak beans overnight and doing all of that. That's really not necessary. What we need to do is just get you a couple of cans of beans, and they'll be fresh and they'll be great and they'll be full of nutrients. It's really the only food category that I actually recommend in a can. So there we are. We have our starch category. It's going to be super easy to make, super easy to store, and you're on your way for meals for one.